Hello everyone, SP Architects here. Today I'm going to show you 3D navigation in Archicad. 3D navigation is something different. You can use a tool for that. You can use shortcuts. Every software has got their own control ways, and Archicad has its own, and I think it's very successful, which works very well. You can zoom in, zoom out, you can pan, or more options, something like this. Unlike Revit, it's very steady. When you are using your navigation tools in Revit, your camera may become crazy and your model can be disappeared. To solve that problem, you delete your camera and create a new one. But in Archicad, you don't have to do something like that. It's very steady. You can get closer your model and get a very far position and look to your model without any problem. For instance, to zoom, we can use our mouse wheel, and again using mouse wheel, we can zoom out. From the mouse, we can hit the middle mouse. With that, we can pan the view. And also we can use our shift key. With shift key, we can orbit the camera like this. And it's very easy. But in some situations like this, well, if we just zoom inside, as you can see, we cannot control the view as we want. We can accidentally go through the wall. We may not see the position of the objects. And to make a successful working with that, you can remember in the previous video, we have the height selection and work with that. But sometimes your model can have different layers and only hiding one layer is not enough. In order to work narrow rooms and narrow camera angles, I'm going to show you something else. First, I'm gonna click the show selection. I want to see all of the model. And now I'm gonna show you explore model in Archicad. By the way, for that, I have assigned a shortcut for that. Let's create another shortcut for you. Let's go to options, go to work environment, and here we have keyboard shortcuts. Let's click that and we are going to input here explore and explore model, and we have I have assigned the cube. Now I'm going to hit the cube and there we go. Now we can control the camera with our mouse. It's like CS or PUBG. We can use W, S, A, and D and walk around or inside our model. But when we are using this, we accidentally changed the look angle to the horizon, and as you can see, we are going deeper. But I want to make this steady at the elevation, and I want to walk inside my model. I mean, I want to look with this position to the down, but also I want to walk to this direction. How we are going to achieve that? Well, we are going to use a shortcut, the F. Let's hit the F, but we must in the explore, let's activate the explore and let's hit the F. And now we have locked the Z position of our camera. Now, as you can see, I'm moving, walking, and also as you can see, I'm looking downwards, but I cannot go deeper, and also I cannot get higher. I'm at the same height with the F key. I think it's a very nice option to walk around. You can explore your model as you are walking inside. And if we hit F again, it will be deactivating, and I'm going to change my elevation, something like eye level, and hit F again. You will see I'm walking. It's very nice. Now I'm in the CS or PUBG. Also, for this, we have more options. For instance, with this angle, or let's go to a smaller room, for instance, kitchen. By the way, it's a very ugly kitchen. Let's open up another kitchen scene. Alright, here we are in another kitchen scene, and with this one, I'm going to show you the view settings. Here we have the bottom right of the window, we have this generic perspective settings, and you will see the more settings here. We will see our sun position, camera position, and more options. But the most important, I think the most important, is view cone. If we just increase this angle to, for instance, 100, okay, as you can see, we have a wider angle, and with that, I think we can work better. And actually, I enjoy working with this view angle because I see more objects at the same time. If we go back to the setting and change this to, for instance, 60, it's reverse. It's like you zoom in the view, and maybe with this you can work details for your objects, but actually I think this is better. Alright, if we jump into the 3ds Max, it's like working with this Explore. It's same. But also in the 3ds Max we have this field of view. If we use this field of view, well, we change the camera angle, and now it works as 100 cone view in Archicad. Okay, in the settings options, we have the parallel projections also. And in the parallel projections, we will see a minimap with a house model. On this house model, we will see some axes X, Z, and Y. Actually, you can change the camera position with these points. You can make something like this. It's the same angle. But I'm not suggesting that. I prefer using this icon. With this icon, we can see preview options. For instance, top view, front view, and top right, top left, and like so. For instance, axonometry top right, let's click that. You will see the house will be assigned to this position. And also angle and axis length. With this minimap, it represents your model, and this icon represents your camera. With that, we can change the camera position without changing angles between them. I mean, ratio and projection stays fixed. Let's click OK, and we will see something like this. With that, if you want to see something like this in your projects, maybe, for instance, let's hide these objects, right click and hide selection, or let's hide this one. I'm going to hide those. Okay, now I'm going to save this view. How we are going to do that? Now, as you can see in the 3D menu, now we are in the generic axonometry view. Let's right click that and we go to save current view. Now we have more settings here. It's not important for now. It's only a 3D window. Let's click create and it's saved. Let's go back to our generic perspective view with F5 again. And if we want to go back to the previous image, we are going to go to the view map and it was saved under this name. Let's double click that and look at what we have. There we go. This view is ready to use in our sheets. Okay, I think that's enough for this video tutorial. I hope you have learned something new. If you want to download this or my other project files, you can always go to my Patreon page and support the channel, and with that you can also see another tutorials for those. Until the next tutorial, have a nice day.